It was another roller coaster of a day in U.S. President Donald Trump's trade war with Canada. Tuesday, the threats and policies changing quickly. First came President Donald Trump threatening to double steel and aluminum tariffs to 50%. Trump taking issue with the Ontario Premier's retaliatory measures, the 25% surcharge it promised on electricity powering New York, Michigan, and Minnesota, and the threat to cut energy off altogether.
There would be grave consequences imposed on Canada if they think about shutting off electricity.
Major stock indexes plunged even further, the White House downplaying the dive.
The numbers that we see today, the numbers we saw yesterday, the numbers we'll see tomorrow are a snapshot of a moment in time. We are in a period of economic transition.
Markets are going to go up and they're going to go down.
Yeah.
But you know what? We have to rebuild our country.
Trump's first administration negotiated and signed the Mexican-Canadian-American Free Trade Agreement that's currently in place.
These countries have used us and abused us, and that is going to change.
Then suddenly, indications that cooler heads may prevail.
Secretary Lutnick has sent out an olive branch to us to come down and immediately meet with him, meet with the whole trade administration.
In exchange for those free trade talks between the U.S., Ford and Federal Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc in Washington, Ford put an immediate pause on the 25% surcharge on electricity sold to the United States.
I've agreed to suspend temporarily, and we always have that tool in our toolkit, until we sit down over the next day or two.
After a phone call with Ford, Trump then suggested he too may ease up.
Will you make a different decision now about the tariffs on Canada? Will you reduce it?
That, but probably so, yeah. He was a gentleman.
The White House then confirmed it was backing down, proceeding with its original tariff threat, 25% on steel and aluminum, no exceptions. Here in BC, elected officials defended the Team Canada response.
President Trump started this tariff war. We didn't want it. He continues to escalate this, and we have no choice but to respond.
Incoming Prime Minister Mark Carney says his government will keep its retaliatory tariffs until the Americans show us respect and make credible, reliable commitments to free and fair trade. Tomorrow, Canadian officials are revealing the size and scope of Canada's countermeasures as this trade war presses on.